Hi, everybody, and welcome to the benefits of ListHub. My name is Itaya, and I am your ListHub training facilitator today. Today's webinar, we probably have a combination, a mixed group, some brokers and agents, and I want to thank you all for joining me today. We're going to have a combination of PowerPoint and live account demo. So I'm going to be sure to toggle into an actual account a little bit later and show you guys some of the features that I mentioned. But without further ado, I do want to get started. Feel free to jot down my email address. It's itaya.white@move.com. If you have any questions after the webinar, after we log out today, you can send them my way. We'll also have some time for Q&A at the end. So let's keep it moving, guys. So what is ListHub? ListHub is the leading platform nationwide for listing management. ListHub gives brokers control, flexibility, accuracy, and protection for your valuable data. Our network includes over 60,000 connected brokerage firms, nearly 600 MLS partners, and over 150 publisher websites. Now I want to talk about the cornerstone of the ListHub platform, and that really is broker choice. As the broker, you decide where to distribute, where to drive the traffic, and where to drive the leads. Every brokerage has different goals and different business models, and we've really designed our platform to be flexible to that broker choice. So how does ListHub work? Through ListHub, you have the ability to syndicate your listings to over 80 national publisher sites. We are connected to your MLS, so we automatically receive your updated listing data, and we'll syndicate it out to our publisher network. We are syndicating over 2.5 million listings. Those publishers then report back to us the metrics, and we use that data for your optional upgrades, the seller report, as well as the reporting dashboard. But as a part of that syndication, where we are pushing over 2.5 million listings out to publishers, that also will relate to leads, and that we are sending back over 50,000 leads a day. So while we're talking about how ListHub works, I mentioned we are MLS connected. We automatically, when you create your ListHub account, we receive your listings from the MLS and we syndicate them out to those publishers for you. But now I want to talk about your listing accuracy and what affects that listing accuracy, because I think that's really important to understanding how ListHub works and why the way we work is so important. So one of the leading MLSs in the country provided us with a list of the 10 least accurate sources of data in their market. Half were virtual tour providers, and the other half were website providers. And the problem with these sources is that they are not MLS connected, and they rely on hand-entered data. The solution for that is ListHub. We are MLS connected, and that is the source of the listing data that we are syndicating. So instead of having to maintain the accuracy of your data in multiple locations, for your ListHub account, you don't actually have to manually enter or edit your listings. You're simply going to maintain your listings within your MLS like you normally would. So if you need to make changes to the photos, price, description, you would just do that like you normally would, and we will syndicate those changes out to the publishers. Again, we receive updates from the MLS multiple times a day, and then we are syndicating those listings out as well. And publishers are required to update their sites a minimum of once a day. That way we can make sure that the most up-to-date and accurate information is reaching the online consumer. In addition to ensuring the accuracy of your listings, we do have requirements in place for all the publishers in our network that allow us to protect your listing data. Your listing data may only be used for consumer display. Once the listing is off market, the listing must be removed from the publisher site. The publisher must route the leads to the email address designated by the broker. And as the owner of that listing, you'll retain ownership of the listing content, including your photos and other information. This is really important because you own your data, and we want to protect that. So publishers cannot repackage your listings, and they cannot hold on to them indefinitely. Again, we want to make sure the most up-to-date and accurate information is reaching consumers. So if once the listing is off market, it must be removed from the publisher site. Now I really want to start talking to you about our publisher network. Through ListHub, you have access to a wide variety of publisher sources. ListHub is the leading platform for marketing your listings to a wide variety of online websites. ListHub supports syndication to over 80 national real estate websites, and we reach a total network of more than 750 websites. So you'll see here we have some of our national and regional publishers. We also have some exclusive publisher partners, such as the franchise Wren. And then in addition to that, you also have access to international publisher options with your free basic ListHub account. And it's important for me to point out that everything I've talked about so far is available to you at no additional charge. So syndicating your listings to our 80+ publishers and our extended network of sites of 750 sites, that's at no additional charge. We do have some upgrades available if you are interested in premium global advertising. We do have ListHub Global, and that is an optional upgrade. But within your account, again, you have the ability to syndicate your listings to over 80 national publisher sites, and then our extended network. And the extended network sites are typically the powered by searches you find on newspaper sites, but you have the ability to demonstrate for your client that you reach over 750 sites, so that you're not solely focused on just one or two, but that you are attempting to reach consumers wherever they may be. One of the other great free tools that's available to you through ListHub is the ability to increase traffic to your brokerage websites through the redirect. So you have the ability to redirect consumer traffic back to your brokerage website at no cost. When a consumer is looking at your listing on a publisher site, within that site, there's going to be a link that redirects them back to the property's detail page. So if you have your own really great website and you want to redirect consumers back to that site, you have the ability to take advantage of that benefit at no cost. And to take advantage of that, you simply would have to contact customer care. You can email customercare@listhub.com, but I'll be sure to share the support contact information with you a little bit later. Now I want to talk to you about creating your ListHub account so that you can take advantage of those free resources that I've been mentioning. You're going to want to go to listhub.com and select Create an Account in the upper right-hand corner. Next, you're going to want to select, I am the head broker of record within the MLS. It's really important to note that the head broker must create the brokerage level account before the agents can register. And the reason for that is it's the broker, again, who controls the syndication. The broker selects the publishers, and so we need the broker to create their account first. Some of you may already have your ListHub account, and if you already have your ListHub account, all you need to do to access it is go to listhub.com, select login. If you're unsure of your username and password, simply click on that forgot your username and password link below the login field. I do recommend if you do a password reset and you do not see it come through right away, check your spam folder. It might, your email client may have routed that email to spam. So before you resubmit that request, I do recommend you check your spam folder. Now, while we're talking about setting up a new account, or possibly your existing account, I want to talk about maximizing your marketing. As I mentioned, through ListHub, you have the ability to access a large network of publishers. And really, the best way to ensure, to make sure you're advertising your listings on the widest possible network is to click the Maximize Marketing button in the top right of the Publishers tab. And this will allow you to subscribe to all of the trusted publisher websites in our network. This way, you never have to go back in to manually subscribe to new publishers. So when you, maybe when we're done here today, you're going to go on listhub.com and set up your new brokerage level account. Once you complete the registration and accept our terms and conditions, you want to make sure you click through to the next screen to select your publishers. And that's when you will be prompted to maximize your marketing. And again, this is the way for you to ensure that you are always subscribed to all of the current publisher selections. If you have an existing account and you do not see that Maximize Marketing button, you can still take advantage of that auto subscribe feature in the publisher settings of your publisher tab. Simply go to your publisher tab, select publisher settings, and then you're going to want to choose yes to enable your auto subscribe option. And this is the easiest way to make sure you're advertising your listings on the widest possible network. So at this time, I'm going to toggle into my demo account, and I want to show you some of the features that we've talked about so far. So just bear with me one moment. Okay, so here we are in our broker level demo account. The first thing I want to show you guys is your inventory tab. So in your inventory tab, this is where you can see all of the listings we are currently receiving and syndicating out to the publishers for you. Keep in mind that since we are in a broker level account, we see all of the listings. But for those of you who are agents, when you create your own ListHub account, this inventory tab will only reflect your listings. One of the free benefits I had mentioned to you were property pages. So I'm going to show you an example of a property page right now. So as I mentioned, on those publisher sites, they do include a link that redirects consumers back to your property's detail page. If you don't have your own website, what you're provided with is our free ListHub property landing page. And this landing page, again, it's going to have a photo, description, property details. It also allows the consumer to submit a lead to you if they want to call you or email you, and the lead is going to go right back to you. It doesn't come to us, it goes right back to you. But if you have your own really great website and you wanted to redirect your traffic back to your property detail pages on your site, that's a request you can submit to us via the customer care, and I'm going to share that information with you shortly. I'm going to toggle back into the account. The next place I want to take you is to your Publishers tab. So as I mentioned before, when you create a new account, you're going to see a green Maximize Marketing button. But again, this account is an existing account. It's my demo account, so we're not seeing that. And I just want to go through a couple things in your Publishers tab. Up at the top, you can see a quick summary, how many publishers you're subscribed to, and how many publishers are available. In the case of this brokerage, they are taking advantage of the entire network, and they are syndicating their listings to every available publisher. Next, I want to go through some columns. First is your type column. You're going to see one of three things. It's going to say auto, manual, or required. And all that means is, how did you make this publisher selection? Did you automatically subscribe to every available publisher? Did you manually select your publishers? Or is this publisher required by your franchise or MLS? Next is your name column, so the names of the publishers. We also have this extended network column. So anytime we see this red plus sign, this lets us know that this particular publisher has an extended network. And if we wanted to know more about a publisher, we could just click on their hyperlinked name. So I'm going to click on homes.com. Here you're going to find a description of the publisher. And then you also have the ability to see the ratings or leave a rating for the publisher. And as I mentioned earlier, publisher selections are made by the broker from the broker level account. But even as an agent, when you create your free ListHub account, you do have the ability to see the publishers that your broker has selected. And maybe you're going to want to take that next step, visit some of the publisher sites and see what free marketing tools they make available to you to help enhance your listings on their sites. Next, I want to go to your Publisher Choices tab. So if you were manually selecting your publishers, this is where you have the ability to individually check mark and add selected publishers. But I really recommend, and we'll go to your publisher settings now, I do recommend that you take advantage of the auto subscribe option so that essentially your publisher selections are once and done. If you enable this auto subscribe publisher option, as new publishers are added to the network, you will automatically subscribe to them. And really, this is the best way to ensure that you are always maximizing your marketing and always reaching as many consumers as possible. Our publisher network does change. We make changes to it regularly. So again, this is, if you enable this auto subscribe option, this is the best way to ensure you are maximizing your reach. Next, I want to take you to your settings and show you some support information. So we're going to click on your username in the upper right-hand corner. We're going to go to settings. And I just want to show you a handful of settings, especially if you already have an existing account. If you haven't been in your settings for a while, I do recommend when we get off today's webinar that you take a couple minutes, log into your account, go to settings, go to your user information to ensure that we're receiving the most up-to-date. We have the most up-to-date contact information for you. In your managed brokerage, this is also, again, make sure the brokerage contact information is up to date there. Do you have multiple offices and office codes within the MLS? Again, under this manage offices link, this is where you have the ability to add or request changes to your office codes. So if you've had your account for a while, I do recommend when we're done here today, just do a little housekeeping, log into your account, visit your user information, visit your brokerage, and manage offices. If you're a broker and you want to encourage your agents to create those free ListHub accounts, it's really easy. You can click on this Manage Users link here, and you can see which agents have created accounts, and you can invite users to create accounts. So you can easily invite your agents to create their free ListHub accounts. For agents who are on our webinar today, when you are creating your free ListHub account, it is important to mention you must have one active listing, at least one active listing. That way you can complete the account sign-up process. As a part of our sign-up process, we do require you have one active listing. I want to go back to your settings. And the last thing I wanted to show you is your lead management setting. So one of the primary reasons you're syndicating your listings is to attain a greater number of online leads for your company and your agents. Companies have different rules for how they like the leads directed, whether it be to the listing agent or through some other lead routing system. And this lead management feature that I'm showing you allows the broker to manage how the lead contact information is syndicated with the listing. Now, in most cases, the leads generated on the publisher sites by default go directly back to the agent. But if you'd prefer they be directed to a lead routing email address, maybe you have a designated contact other than the agent, an admin, maybe you have an e-team. This is where the broker has the ability to designate that lead email and phone number. The broker then has the ability to decide if they want to allow agents to enter their own lead contact information and override these settings. By default, again, this is in the yes column, but if your brokerage, if the way you run your business is you have that e-team or that admin that you like to route the leads to, this gives you the ability to do so. And again, this is a free setting. There is no additional charge for taking advantage of this. The last place I wanted to take you in your account is to your support. So I clicked on your username in the upper right-hand corner, and I'm clicking on the support tab. In the support tab, you have access to an FAQ. If your question is not addressed here, you have two ways of contacting support. You can call support at 877-560-0171. You may also contact support directly through your account. You can click here, you can click on this request support, complete the message field and submit your support request. Whenever you're contacting support, I recommend you include as many details as possible. That way a member of the support team will be able to assist you more quickly. And this is also if you wanted to take advantage of that free redirect, that brokerage website redirect that I had mentioned earlier, you can submit your support request through this form. I want to toggle back into our PowerPoint. So far, everything I've mentioned to you are the free features that are available to you. Setting up your account is free. The broker choosing the publishers is free. Taking advantage of the maximize publisher option and choosing to syndicate to every available publisher. Again, that's at no charge. But I did want to show you some of the upgraded features that are available. These are optional upgrades. We have an interactive reporting dashboard that allows you to aggregate your listing data all in one place, your listing traffic data in one place, so that you can, measure your marketing and slice and dice your information to look at what's most meaningful and most valuable to you. If you had any questions about ListHub Pro, you could contact us at info@listhub.com or by calling 877-847-3394, extension 1. Also a part of that ListHub Pro upgrade are the seller reports. Again, this is an optional upgrade, but the seller reports allow you to keep in touch with your clients and demonstrate that value for them. Let them see how their listing is performing online, how it's performing online compared to other properties in the market. And again, demonstrate for them that you are not solely focused on just one or two sites, but that you're attempting to reach consumers wherever they may be. You do have access to other educational resources. Please feel free to visit our YouTube channel, youtube.com/listhub, for tutorials and educational videos. We also have additional training resources on our website, listhub.com, and click on the support tab. There you have the ability to access our webinar training calendar, resources, as well as videos. I want to thank everybody for joining me today, and I want to open up for questions now. So just give me one moment.